Kenshin1913, or P, along with
Elaine,
my aunt, and today is another episode of Cooking with Kenshin1913. Today we're going to be making
chicken piccata.
Oh yeah.
And that is a great dish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now this recipe is a little more difficult than a normal chicken cutlet recipe. We're not breading the chicken. We're going to flour, dredging the chicken in a flour mixture.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I do. I put the flour in a bag.
Mm-hmm.
I added...
Well, let's go over the ingredients. So we got, what do we have here, Elaine? Flour?
Flour. We got some chicken breast tenders.
Mm-hmm. You can use chicken cutlets if you'd like.
Mm-hmm. Butter.
We have some butter.
Some lemons.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh lemons. Or
you can use lemon
juice. We have some chicken broth.
Mm-hmm. And just
salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Paprika.
Some olive oil for cooking.
For cooking, and little white wine.
Yeah. So Elaine, explain to us what you do with the bag there, with the Ziploc bag.
Okay, I find this is a lot easier than just putting flour in a dish and taking your chicken and flouring it. I end up making a mess all over my kitchen on myself.
As do I.
So now this is my easier way of doing it. Putting the flour in the bag, a Ziploc bag. So then you could just throw the chicken, shake it up, and then put it straight into the pan to be fried. Alright, now the first thing is we put about a cup of flour in the bag.
Just regular flour, not
regular flour. It's unbleached or bleached, no matter which one you use, it's fine. We're going to put a half a teaspoon of salt. A half a teaspoon of paprika.
Now paprika is just
it's just a coloring.
Yeah, it's more like
red,
coloring.
as you can see on the bottom of this. It's reddish. It's a coloring and makes it look pretty, I guess. And then a half a teaspoon of fresh ground pepper, or just any one you got in the grocery store you buy, and put a half a teaspoon. And put it in the bag, shake it up.
Yeah, so it's all mixed together.
And that's...
Now you can use a little less salt if you're using salted butter, but we are using unsalted butter.
Right.
So what do we have to do to get this get this thing prepared over here?
First thing is I'm going to put the butter in the pan.
You can... What's the butter like?
They're saying to use 4 tablespoons of butter.
Yeah, because
we're 4 tablespoons. If you see on the side, right here, they have 8 tablespoons in 1/2 stick of this. So we're going to cut it in half to use 4 tablespoons. So I'm going to do that.
Yeah, and then we're gonna add about like a half a cup of olive oil too. Yeah, because this mixture, basically what we're gonna be doing is not only we're gonna fry it half oil, half butter mixture. So we'll get the butter in there, and then we get the olive oil.
I'm just gonna judge it.
But you should probably use like I don't know, 3 tablespoons.
Yeah, we can do that. Got a big spoon.
And we can show how much this stuff is. Because we've been making chicken piccata forever, it feels like. So we kind of just go off our eye. And eventually, as you start cooking these recipes, if you do, you'll notice how much...
easier things,
Yeah, you can just
judge on your own.
Yeah, I think we're going to need a lot of olive oil.
I think we're going to add maybe 2 more spoons.
Yeah. So it's about 4 tablespoons. It's about a 1-to-1 ratio there.
Yes. All right.
And so as we're getting this bad boy,
now we're going to heat it up.
Yeah, so that
we're going to make sure this is all melted.
And now, while we're doing this, is when we start to dredge the chicken.
Okay, guys, ready to put the chicken in the bag.
Yeah, now these
Shake it up. Now these are called tenders. They're little chunks of chicken. You can also use a regular thin chicken cutlet, which will be a little bigger. But these are a little easier to cook.
Yeah,
quicker.
They're easier to cook. Usually we do chicken cutlets, but this this will work for now. So how many you usually put in there?
So I'm going to throw about 5 right now, 5 pieces. And then I'm going to shake it up.
As
you see the butter is melting with the oil, warming that up because you want it nice and hot. Okay. I'm just going to close the bag so the flour doesn't fly.
There we go.
And that's it.
That's really
it.
And
nice and easy, no mess, no fuss.
Yeah, maybe I'm going to start doing this because I usually use the pan.
I'm going to shake it off now. See, I'm just shaking it in the bag.
Yeah, shake off the excess.
And I'm going to add the pieces to the frying pan. And I can hear it sizzle. So you know that means it's hot.
Yeah, it smells good. Now we're going to keep adding chicken, and basically what we're going to do is let these chickens cook for about like 5 minutes on each side.
Yes, 5 minutes
until they get like a nice brown. You know what, Elaine? I'm going to have to use that. That bag technique. That is a good idea.
A lot easier.
Yeah.
Perfect. So how does that look? Look how nice. I can smell it. Oh, it smells really good.
So yeah, the butter and the olive oil really make it smell nice.
Flavor. So that's what's going to fry up. I'm just going to throw a few more pieces to fill the pan.
And we'll be back when
it's all cooked.
When it's golden brown. Alright, we're back over here with the chicken. As you can see, it's frying up quite nicely. And now we just want to turn it. And you see this piece right here? This is the golden brown consistency that you want when you're making piccata. That one didn't flip over quite well. Yeah, Elaine, can you grab it?
Yep,
thank you. Now, I don't know if we mentioned this, but this is basically 2 pounds of chicken.
Right.
But if you were using less than 2 pounds of chicken, use the same amount of flour and such, and because it's just easier than having to figure out like, all right, I gotta use half the flour, because some chicken might need more dredging than others.
Right.
That one's probably ready.
Okay, let's turn it.
Yeah, so what we're gonna do is finish off. Now we're gonna finish off all the chicken we have, and we will come back to make the
next step of the recipe,
which is the lemon sauce.
The lemon sauce. Oh, that looks good. Welcome back. Look at this chicken.
We're almost done.
They're almost done. Now, when you're ready to take them out of the pan, I always shake off the excess oil before I put them into the dish. As you can see, we have quite a few of them because we have a big family.
Yeah, we made a ton because we're going to be having some family over.
Do you see how nice and brown? I don't know if you can get it in the camera. That's how you want them to look.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yum.
So I'm just going to put them all in the pan, and then we're going to go to the next step.
Which is making the lemon juice.
Oh, this is
going to be yum. Alright, now there's actually a couple ways you can do the lemon juice. My aunt has one way, and I have one way too, and this is going to be a first right here, is we're going to combine both methods. Yep. So what we want to do, we have the pan, we have the heat off right now. What we're going to do is add a cup, or not a cup, how much did we say?
We're going to judge it.
Yeah, we'll let you know if it's a cup or not. Now here we're going to turn the heat on low. Very low,
I can get it open.
And we're gonna add 1 cup or a half a cup or whatever white wine. Now any white, you want me to do it? Any white wine you can use. You can use any white wine, anything that you like to drink.
So I'm gonna judge it. I'm gonna say maybe a half a cup.
Okay, let's
maybe a cup.
Now, for the people at home who might be underage. Have your parents help you do, or have your parents do this step. Yeah. So now what we're gonna let happen? Grab a wooden spoon. We're gonna let the wine reduce a little bit.
Yeah, you're gonna let it.
Let's turn it at the medium heat.
You want it to start boiling.
Yeah.
And then you want it to reduce to half of what the juice is looking like now.
And while we're doing that, we want to get the nice little bits on the bottom of the pan. Yeah.
Scrape them all around.
And this is why I asked Elaine to get a wooden spoon, or you can use a plastic.
Yeah, you don't want to use the metal because it'll wreck your pan.
Yeah, you don't want to scratch if you have a Teflon
yep.
or whatever this one is called pan.
So I'm scraping all the bottom pieces of all the chicken bits.
Yeah, so I use wine and lemon, while my aunt uses chicken broth and lemon. So lemon is always a...
So we're going to do a combo here. We're putting wine, chicken broth, and lemon.
Yeah, and it's going to be delicious.
Yeah.
And don't worry about the sauce being too liquidy, because the chicken will absorb it, trust me.
Look how nice and brown that's getting.
That is a nice sauce right there.
See, I'm getting everything that's in the pan.
Mm-hmm. Now let's add the chicken broth.
Okay, so
now we're gonna add 1 cup, one can, which is
2 cups
of chicken broth, low sodium, because there's already enough salt in everything that we eat that we can use.
Fat free.
I'll
show you there. Fat free, lower sodium.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only kind I'll use.
So now we're gonna add ourselves some. Chicken broth, and we let it stir it together. And what we're gonna do here is basically make a nice sauce.
You gotta let it boil.
Yeah, you gotta kind of let it boil
up. Let it reduce a little.
All right, and now the next trick that we're gonna do, as we, you know what, I'm gonna turn the heat a little higher. Okay. Which is good.
While this is warming up and boiling,
we're gonna show you how to work your lemons, and if you don't have fresh lemons, you can always use lemon juice here.
Here you go.
And you just put, let's say...
whatever, how much it's asking for in the recipe, which they said 1/3 cup of lemon juice.
Okay.
But if you don't have real lemons, this is just as good.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got 3 lemons here. I put them in the microwave because by putting them in the microwave for a minute, it makes them have more juice.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna,
for a minute?
For a minute.
Okay. I thought you put it in for 20 seconds, but okay.
No, I put these 3 for a minute. I'm going to roll them now.
Yeah.
Just with the ball of my hand. Just roll it.
Yeah, because this also helps get the juice out as well. Mm-hmm. Which is really nice. I'm going to just
do that to each of them.
Yeah, because this helps get the juice out by, like, I don't know what's let's say magic. Yeah. All right. So we got our lemons, and now what we're going to do, if you don't have one of these things, well, we're going to let's cut it. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Let's cut it.
And there you go. Now, if you don't have one of these
things,
you might have a mechanical one. I don't know. People have juicers at home, maybe, and you just squeeze the lemon.
And all the juice is going in the bottom. That smells good. Love it. Yeah. Try to get as much as you can out of it.
Yeah, and now you're actually going to get quite a bit out just due to the fact that, you know, we did these lemons. So we're going to keep going with the lemons here and squeeze out enough juice, and then we'll be right back.
Here's the lemon juice. We squeeze 3 of them. We're going to add it
into our sauce, because this is a lemony sauce. Ooh.
Right.
Ooh, yeah. Now, if you don't have enough from your lemons that you just squeezed, if you didn't want to squeeze, totally add the lemon juice.
Yep.
Lemon juice is just as good.
You're going to let this boil up some more.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be back when we get it just the right... You want to let it...
you basically want to let
it down.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Actually, you know what I like to do is I like to let it cook for like a minute or 2. Mm-hmm. Let everything incorporate, and then I throw in the chicken, because the chicken will really catch the flavor of all this lemon and the wine and the chicken broth. It's just delicious. So yeah, we got it kind of boiling here.
Yep, let it.
You wanted to let it cook some more?
Yeah, I think so. Just another minute. Okay, guys, I'm gonna add all this chicken into the pan to soak up the juice.
Yeah, after we let it simmer a little bit. Now we're just gonna throw the chicken in. Now we're going to do it piece by piece, and basically what you want to do here is you want to, where's that fork, Elaine?
Right here.
Let me see. What you want to do is get all up in that, and you want to flip it. So both sides get the juice. Now you're probably thinking, holy moly, this is a ton of liquid right here. But actually, in all actuality, it's not, because what's going to happen is the flour is going to absorb the juice, and the chicken is going to absorb all that flavor, that lemon and wine flavor with the chicken broth. And we're just going to flip these. Now, some nice things to do with this recipe. You might want to make a little linguine if you have extra sauce. You might want to make some risotto, which I might show you how to make in a separate episode sometime in the future. And you also might want to have, what else, Elaine? Anything else? Just some, I like risotto or linguine, especially if you have a lot of sauce. So this is basically chicken piccata right here. Now, Elaine, what do you like to do on the top?
I'm going to take some fresh parsley. Right here, I picked from my garden.
And what about if you don't have fresh parsley?
If you don't have fresh parsley, dried one in the container is just as good. And I'm going to take the leaves off. And I'm going to just
sprinkle them on
top.
Just to give it a little bit of garnish.
Yep, just a little. And that's all I do. And then I just make sure all the chicken gets turned and all the juice gets in it, in each piece, and then
it's chow time.
I'll be ready to eat. And I hope you guys like it. Okay, guys, this is the finished dish. Take a look. Oh my God, it smells delicious.
Yes. So let's give it a go.
Pete's gonna be our taster.
As I am always. The lemon.
Got the lemon flavor.
And the wine. Oh man, it's good. This is good stuff here. This is one of my specialities here, along with Elaine. We both know how to make this thing.
Yeah.
So this has been Pete, or Kenshin1913, along with
Elaine. And I hope you guys really like this. It's one of our favorites. And try it.
And we'll see you in the next Cooking with Kenshin1913.
Have a good night.